Alrighty guys, welcome back to the Best Investing Money Management channel on YouTube. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the one, the only, TSLA, also known as Tesla. Now, for those of you that don't know what Tesla is, you literally must be living under a rock, but it's a electric car manufacturer. They sell electric cars. They're heavily invested into AI, technology. Also, they were one of the first companies to actually have self-driving cars, and they have Tesla Solar, so they're a massive, massive company. And over the past year, we've seen crazy growth from this stock, right? You guys can see the past couple of years, you can see you could have bought this stock for $24, for $50, and then we had huge amounts of buying pressure where the stock started taking off, hit $800, sold off, curled back up, and then broke out, hit $1,200. Now, during this time, they did have a split where the stock split off to make it more affordable for the average guy to invest, sold off, and really the year-to-date for Tesla isn't very good, right? It's actually down about 30%, meaning there could be better opportunity elsewhere in the market. Because if you invest into Tesla, yes, it does carry a lot of reward, but on the flip side, it carries risk, right? And anytime you invest or you put your money somewhere, you have an opportunity cost. So just because you have money in Tesla doesn't mean you're going to make money. There could be better opportunity elsewhere. Very similar if you have money in a bank, right? A bank's great, it's safe, but there could be better options elsewhere to actually grow that money. So looking at this stock here, you guys can see it does have some pretty hard resistance up here at about $1,100. It hit it several times and just naturally gets a lot of sell-off near and around there, right? It hit it once, twice, 3 times, and 4 times. Every single time we get sell-off, right? Not to mention support, on the other hand, for me looks right here at about 836 down to about 775, we can call it. So it's going to be right from here to about here. The reason why is because we've gotten buying pressure there, here, here. And given that the stock is starting to sell off a little bit more, I definitely think we'll probably see it break under $800 again. So a lot of people love to say, well, Carter, should I buy Tesla? Should I buy it? And I definitely think Tesla carries so much potential, but you have to understand that this is a high growth stock, right? It has a price to earnings at 112, which is pretty high, right? A standard growth stock, you're looking maybe over at a 40, 50, or even a 60, but this is $112. So with that, you will have higher volatility. So you will have higher swings in the stock where it pops up, sells off, pops up, sells off. It's heavily influenced, and there is heavy emotion with this stock. A lot of people love it. But on the flip side, a lot of people love to find options that want to be the next Tesla. Okay, so looking at it here, you can see, I personally think that it's always a lot easier to make money when we have a trend in the upward direction. But looking at it, when we draw out the highs, you will notice we have had this general sell-off, which isn't the greatest, but we do have a short-term sell-off, but in long-term upward trend, which is good because now there is still heavily amounts of buying pressure involved, but over the past year to date, we've seen a lot more sell-off. Okay, looking at their earnings, so you might be saying, well, Carter, why is the stock generally selling off, right? Should I be worried? Looking at their earnings, they bring in a lot of money. They've hit in all their delivery goals. They've actually exceeded expectations. They brought in $18.7 billion. Looking at the previous earnings, very, very well done. And looking at most of these here, you guys can see that they've done very, very good. The only thing that I see Tesla kind of falling down on or not doing as well is pretty much the products, right? They only have a couple of cars. Comparing it to Ford, which Ford is, they're having their Ford Lightning come out. They have the Mustang, the Bronco. They have so much competition, meaning that there's more options for the average customer to buy their product. Tesla, on the other hand, is a little bit more of a luxury product. It's obviously one that when you see it, it stands out. It's pretty much starting at $35,000 to $40,000, and we're still waiting on the Cybertruck, right? I think that once they announce that, that's going to be a huge thing because the most sold car in America is actually the Ford, or the most sold truck is the Ford F-150. So even if they can take a little bit of that market share, that will help boost this stock. So I definitely think, yes, Tesla carries a lot of potential. On the flip side, it's going to be more volatile just because of the state of stock it is. But if we actually look at the S&P 500 as well, you will notice that yes, we've seen some sell-off year to date, but the general market has done pretty much the same thing. So yes, Tesla carries, potential, but just the general market is selling off. So if you have a general market sell-off, most of your bigger companies will be selling off in general, right? We've seen companies like AAPL, Apple. Yes, it hasn't grown, but we've seen that general sell-off. Another company, Amazon, AMZN, had one of the worst sell-offs that the company's seen since about 2008, where the stock fell. So I definitely think, yes, right now is a weird market that we're in. But for me, I definitely think Tesla in general carries so much potential. It's almost worth having in your portfolio if you don't have it. But I personally would dollar cost average it. Don't try to time this. It's going to be very, very difficult. I would just invest on a weekly or monthly basis and not even worry about it, right? Because we have that long-term upward trend, and just let that ride. Good earnings, good fundamentals, and all of that, guys. So that's kind of what I think about it. Dollar cost average it. Hold it. Yes, we've seen sell-off from it. Use it as an opportunity and understand that there's going to be volatility. So guys, that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We will see you guys later. Remember to stay happy, guys. Stay positive. Stay safe out there. And we will see you guys later in another episode. Take care.